Hey Cougar fans, Sports Information Dan Gensler here with USF men's basketball junior guard Mack Johnson. Mack, your team picked up a 73-60 win. That's a third win in a row. Got a little momentum going. Talk about the win and just getting a victory tonight back at the Stewart Center.
Coming off 2 road wins, so we really wanted to try to put a third one together, put a homestand together here. So we did the first half of that here. Talked about all week. Kirkston's a good team. You know, their record doesn't show it, but they like to grind it out and slow it down. So we really talked about all week trying to push the pace and get the score up and what they don't like to do. So we thought we did a fairly good job of that. Again, we had a good assist ratio tonight. I think we had 20 assists, so really sharing the ball again and getting stops on defense.
Now, you and Drew Giebert got into a little bit of a run in the second half. He hit 3 in a row first, and then it was you knocking down 3. A lot of confidence in the team right now, right? Shooting the ball.
Yep. You know, obviously we came off a great shooting weekend last weekend, and obviously had a Concordia game before that. So we've been on a good streak. We've been shooting the ball well in practice. Really just pride ourselves on sharing the ball with each other and moving it around until we get that open look. And then obviously it's easy to shoot when you got good shooters shooting open looks.
One of the keys, Coach Johnson has been saying it over the last few weeks, now you've won 4 of the last 5, is the fact that it's not just good shooting, it's getting in the right spot and the sharing of the basketball. Your team is really doing a good job at that. You had 20 assists again tonight on 26 made baskets, and your cohort Johnson had 11. Kibo came up with, I think it's his career high. Talk about that effort. Yeah,
Kibo played great tonight. We've been telling him all week to be aggressive and get to the spots he wants to go. He's big and strong. He can get where he wants to go, and if they have to collapse because he's big enough, he's going to finish down there. So they collapse. He's making all the right reads and kicking out where it needs to go. So he played terrific tonight.
And overall, if you assess tonight's game, how would you wrap it up in a few short words?
I would say it was a good grind-out victory. Obviously, we want to take care of the ball a little bit better than we did, and obviously we're happy with how we shared it and played defense. So in this league, every game is tough, so we're happy with the win so far, and we're going to come back and get another one tomorrow.
Congratulations, Matt. Fans, we're here with USF head men's basketball coach Chris Johnson, whose team picked up a 73-60 win over a very tough team from Minnesota, Crookston. The Cougars, once again, for I think it's the 4th time in 5 games, had 10 or more threes with 11, but they didn't really start firing away until the second half. But they grounded out in the first half, and then, Chris, that your team really came to play in the second half. Talk about the game.
Yeah, I thought, well, when you go 8 for 12 in the second half from the 3, that obviously helps. You know, I thought Drew Giebert really bailed us out to start the second half because we were struggling to score, and he got hot. And then about the time they started really keying on him, then Mack Johnson got rolling. And I thought everybody played well. I thought Daniel Hurt scored efficiently tonight, banged down a couple threes. But the guy who's probably going to get overlooked in the whole thing is Kibu Johnson with 11 assists and no turnovers. And that's a heck of a night out of your point guard. I don't even care how many points he scored. That's a heck of a night.
Well, your assist-turnover ratio really goes up on it.
Yes, it does.
It does, really, yeah. He had 11 assists. He added 5 boards. While he only scored 3 points, he also added 2 assists. He did in 29 minutes of action, and that's what you talked about this during this whole run, where you guys have won 4 out of 5. The sharing of the basketball, 20 assists on 26 made baskets. That has to make a coach happy, right?
It does. You know, that's 3 straight games where we've had 20 or more assists. I think we had 24 and 22 last weekend, and 20 tonight. We're trying to do the right things, you know, and we probably would have had 30 assists tonight had we finished some layups around the rim, which was why we struggled to score there in the first half especially. But, you know, I think you got to give Crookston a lot of credit. They play really hard. They make you play it at a pace that's uncomfortable, really slow, and they grind it out, and they're very disciplined. And so I was happy to see us. You know, we had 73 points. People will look at that and go, oh, they didn't probably play as well offensively. We were really efficient tonight. We just, you know, there wasn't as many possessions in this game as there was, you know, in the last 2, or as many as there's going to be tomorrow night with a Bemidji team that loves to play in the 80s and 90s.
Well, you know, you had a team also. I mean, you talk about the assists. That's one thing. You did decent in the turnovers. You only had 12 for the game. It's a little under your average, but really the work that you guys did on the board is a 39-31 advantage. Once again, that board work really is fruitful for your team, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's 3 games in a row where we've out-rebounded our opponent, and that's 3 wins. And I don't think it's the whole story, but I certainly think it's a big part of it. You know, we only gave up 6 extra possessions tonight, 6 awards. And against a team like that, if you give up an O board, you're going to guard for a minute straight, you know, because of the way that they play and the pace they play at. So I thought we did a good job of not giving them extra ones. You know, we only put them on the line 14 times, but I'd like to have seen that number a little less just because I thought we fouled in some places where we didn't need to. But, you know, just an overall, it was a good effort from our guys.
You know, you talked about Drew, you talked about Mack and Daniel, who really came up big. He had 16. But another guy, along with Kiwo, another guy a person might not pay attention to is Tom Acey. 2 points, 3 assists, 4 block shots, and 6 rebounds. It's a great line for that kid.
Oh, and it's probably about an average line almost, you know, for him. That's what he does for us. You know, Tom's one of those guys that we got to make sure that we talk about because, you know, guys at the end of the game, fans might not notice how important he is to our basketball team. And our guys know, you know, for sure. And, you know, he does his job. And not to sound like Bill Belichick, but that's what you got. You need guys that do their job, and Tom does his job very well every night for us.
Now, 3rd win in a row, building on this, you've mentioned Bemidji, a high-scoring team that's played a lot of teams in this league tough. They came in with about the same conference record as you. Now, you guys go over 1 game over 500 in the conference, so tomorrow is really an important game for you guys, right?
It is. You know, we're sitting in a battle for a home playoff game, and you know, we've had a road sweep last weekend, but our home fans need to see one. You know, we need to come out. It's Alumni Day. There's a lot of guys that paved the way for these guys to have those uniforms that they have, and we'd like to have an effort and an energy about us that befits that. And but we know it's going to be a really tough game tomorrow night, and they always are in this league. I don't know if I've ever thought, hey, we'll get one tonight. You know, you got to play well in this league to win, and hopefully we can find a way tomorrow night.
Now, I heard you say you're going to ref the alumni game tomorrow.
I am, because I'm going to get back at all those guys. No, I mean, it gives them a chance to maybe get back at me. You know, Coach Odegaard and myself are going to ref that game at 1, and hopefully I don't get hurt reffing. And hopefully all these old guys don't get hurt playing tomorrow.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. Nice win tonight.
Thank you.